Hey, welcome back to Cool Quotes. Today we have a freaky one. Burt Ward, who played Robin on the 1966 Batman TV series, has made a shocking claim against ABC. He said that him and Adam West, who played Batman on the series, were under attack by the Catholic League of Decency for having too revealing of a costume. He says this happened right off the bat because the show started right at #1 in the ratings and stayed there for a while, which put a lot of eyes on them and their outfits. At first, it was just a few complaints that came in, so the studio just sort of brushed those off as no big deal. But as time went on, it became more organized. Burt says that what really kicked this off is that one day Adam West, who plays Batman, was joking around about these complaints and said, "I wonder what would happen if I stuffed this Turkish towel down my pants." And he did, right down the front of the Batman tights. And he went out on the stage and filmed a scene with that in there. The cameramen didn't notice anything, and it went through editing and made it into an episode. He says, boy, did this stir up a lot of trouble. Now, it only aired the one time, but the studio then cut the scene and deleted it. It's gone from the history. It's nowhere to be found now. But the damage was done. The Catholic League of Decency now had the show in their sights. And since he wasn't going to put no more Turkish towels down his pants, they were after Robin. So the studio approaches Burt and they say, "Look, we weren't afraid before. But this Catholic League of Decency can't be taken too lightly. They're very powerful in certain areas of this country, especially the Midwest and in the Bible Belt. They can't get us taken off the air, but they can definitely get local TV stations to knock us down from prime time to late at night, which will kill our ratings nationwide." He says, "Well, what do you want me to do?" And they said, "We don't know, but you have to be less revealing. Maybe tuck it in, do something." He goes, "Tuck it in? What kind of, what?" And they said, "Look, they said they want you to look more like a G.I. Joe doll. Nothing down there at all." So the wardrobe people get with him and they design something that's a little bit thicker, has more padding, it hides things a little bit better, but it doesn't look right on camera, so they can't use it. And now they're in a rush, they got to get the next episode out, so they tell him, just tuck it. Well, that's kind of fine and dandy when you're just doing certain scenes, but he's doing, karate kicks and jumping around and all that. It doesn't really work out, so it was still showing. So the next episode airs, and they were a little more cautious when filming this one, but the Catholics call right away. This wasn't good enough, still too revealing. Then they film another episode, and this time they make sure that the cape is covering that area during the close-ups. But the Catholics still aren't happy. During the fight scenes, they can still see too much. Well, now ABC is starting to panic because the show is still #1 in the ratings and they are not going to derail this gravy train for anything. So they go to Burt and they tell him, "You need to see a doctor." And he goes, "My doctor?" And they go, "No, our doctor. We have a guy. He's going to take care of all this, solve the problem. Everything's okay. Just go see him." And he's thinking, uh-oh, this sounds like bad news. He goes into the doctor's office and the guy explains to him, "If you take these pills, it will help shrink your testicles. It won't hurt you or anything, but if your testicles shrink, then that will help hide the rest of your appendage." And he's like, "What the heck? I don't want to do that." The guy says, "No, it's okay. Just go ahead and do this." So Burt gets the prescription and he leaves there. Now he's at home. He doesn't know what to do. He's thinking, if I don't take these pills, they're going to fire me. They're going to replace me. I'm 19 years old, no acting history. I lucked out getting this job. I have no power or influence over this situation. Oh man, I don't want to lose this. We're #1. This is cool. I'm Robin. Okay, I guess I'll take a pill and see what it does. The next day he wakes up, no adverse effects. Everything seems normal. So he takes another pill. And the same thing happens. It's all good. Now the third day he took a pill, he said he started to feel a little bit of something down there. Well, he starts to panic. He actually freaks out. He thinks, what if this shrinks everything? Also, I just had a baby. What if I am now sterile and can never have another one? And he goes into the studio, and before he even talks to the executives, He already tells Adam West, and Adam's like, I wouldn't do it. You need to stop that. That's crazy. Now everybody's on his side, and when he tells ABC, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. You can fire me or whatever. They like panic. They think, oh man, he's going to tell the whole world that we tried to chemically castrate him. So they went ahead and just like, okay, it's okay. Just stop. Everybody go back to what you were doing. We'll figure something else out. So Burt's like, oh great. What are they going to try now? But it turns out they didn't do anything. They just kept not filming super close-ups, and on occasion they used a cape to drape over there. But they went ahead and just moved forward and did their show how they wanted to do it. And they were going to let whatever happens with this Catholic League of Decency, which turned out to be the best option because it all sort of fizzled out after they didn't bow down to them. Burt said it worked this way nationwide. Some of these local stations were under tremendous pressure, but they decided to do the same thing. They told him, forget it. We are not moving our #1 rated show till like 10 o'clock at night. Just go away. We don't want to hear it. Don't watch us. And long term, these pills didn't do any permanent damage because Burt ended up having another daughter. Now, if you enjoyed this video and want to hear more freaky stories that are different about Burt Ward, I just made his entire biography and it's pretty wild. Check it out at some of my Cool Classics channel. If not, stick around here. Hit like, subscribe, leave a comment. I love those.